Do 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 do. Do do do. All right, we are good to go. What is up, my fellow humans? Build's working, dude. Build is working. It's working in 1100 corruption, which is blowing my mind. I thought it'd be good, but I didn't think it'd be able to get this far, if I'm being honest. But I guess when you freeze everything, what threat is there, right? As long as I can dodge and consistently freeze, like, it's technically no problems. Obviously, ranged attacks you gotta look out for. But it does pretty good. The ward stays up pretty nice. As long as there's enemies on the screen to freeze, your ward's chilling. You got your little bee friends to help you along the way. What's not to like about the build? Except for the fact that if you do get hit, you basically die instantly, but... you know, just don't get hit. Bossing also can be a bit slow. But it's working, dude. It's so cool. 13k ward, 14, 15, 16. 16k ward it's able to get up to, man. You freeze enough things. Plus, it's so aesthetically pleasing, dude. There's all this cold damage. What do we got for sales? 12 items sold? Hell yeah. Okay. We'll get that once we fight the boss once here. It's so cool. Literally and figuratively. I don't know. I could watch this build be played all day, dude. Or I could play this build all day, I guess. It's just so pretty looking. Dang, we hit nothing good here. No good ammies. And it's pushing high corruption without any problems. Which is the most impressive part, in my opinion. That is not something I ever expected. I didn't expect this build to push past like 500 corruption. But it's up here in 1170 right now. Getting like 500 frostbite stacks without even trying.
Easy. Too easy.
Okay, that's one danger, dude. These cast on death fire dudes. They are threatening. Because they will kill you if you stand on them after killing them. But... lol. A Lamau. Too bad it's 6 int. What are the chances, dude? What the heck? Pretty decent roll too. Yeah, 6 int means it throws me off a little bit, but cool that I dropped that. The enemies are a little fast for my liking. Not gonna lie. And they have a chance to dodge, which might be impacting my freeze rate.
Easy. Too easy.
Not to mention some of these guys are so tanky now that like they just won't get frozen. Or they're immune to freeze for whatever reason. Like I think these guys, yeah, immune to stun and freeze, so I have to watch out for that. No matter what, when you're in high corruption, you kind of have to be cautious. Keep your eyes open. Some random stuff will just come and sidewind you for no reason out of nowhere. You just have to be mindful. Increase lightning damage? Sure. I don't know how this is going to fare against a 1200 corruption boss, but curious to find out, no doubt.
That was close.
That's our unique item we get for that, dude. Okay, well, at least we got 2 more unique attempts, which also sucked. Crazy. Okay, almost died there. Not bad. All right. See how this boss goes. Okay, well, the soul vessels go down easy. That's good. Yeah, the one downside about bossing is you don't gain a ward during the fight, which can be a bit problematic. But, I mean, if you're freezing the boss, then it shouldn't matter. You can see this guy can't even get one attack off. Oh my god, he almost got an attack off. He's trying. All right, 1200 corruption boss, no problem. Jeez. Wasn't even a threat. He didn't even hit me. That's sweet. Well, the build is awesome. Okay, that much we've discovered. The build is awesome.
Yes. Hello?
Random bouts of currency. Random bouts of currency. Yes. Ooh, 15 mil. Let's go. Nice. Yeah, so we're back up to 800 mil. We were down bad yesterday after making this build, but we're cruising again. We could try for a better vial of volatile ice. I think that's the one thing in this build that irks me the most. Just about everything else is pretty good. And the Elicos, I guess. Since we're using frozen ire now, makes me wonder what prefix we would otherwise want on the Elicos. Armor only prevents hit damage, right? Yeah, so that doesn't actually do anything. Damn, there's fire pen with ignite on the chest piece, but not anything else. I guess we could get increased area of effect with acid flask as an option. But I weirdly think vitality is better than that. Because vitality technically gives us necrotic res, right? Yeah. We're not wearing a dagger anymore, so increased damage while wielding a dagger doesn't do anything. Level of acid flask, I mean, +2 to level of acid flask could be helpful. Or even level of detonating arrow. What would +2 to detonating arrow give us? Not a whole lot, to be honest. You just give us like a little more hit damage, I think. It wouldn't be that useful. +2 to acid flask would give us more hydrochloric acid points. Just 2 more points here, which would be quite satisfying. But again, not prioritized. Yeah, everything else is kind of useless. I mean, ward gain on shift, but 75 ward on shift is not... It's not gonna make a difference. It's no like ward. No, it's anywhere, right? Yeah, no, just the silver shroud stacks, which is interesting. I think this is about as good as the build's gonna get then. Except for maybe a slightly better acid flask or a slightly better volatile ice, I mean. But even then, like, this is a good one. Crit chance is pretty irrelevant, but move my wire real quick, sorry. But what we could get plus like 50% cold damage. Which isn't nothing. Let's see. Mainly just want high freeze rate. And a solid chance to apply frostbite. It needs to be 4 int. End of the day, it has to be +4 to int. There's 4 LP ones, right? For 200 mil. None of them are +4 to int, though. Actually, not a single one. This. Oh, here we go. 500 mil for +4 to int. What will we even get out of the fourth affix? So we have freeze rate, cold res from the suffixes. Prefix cold damage. And then damage over time. Oh, well. Actually. Am I dumb enough? +5, +5, +5, +3, +5, +5. Has to be +4. Yeah, the cheapest +4.
Curiosity is a charming
Don't
trait
do
until it
it.
is not.
Why not? Hey, thanks for the follow. Why not? Look at it. Dude, you don't know who I am then. It's funny, I dropped a 3LP one, but I had the wrong int on it. I just dropped 500 mil on a vial of volatile ice, but it's fine. Okay. We've got to make the Giga Chad catalyst then. There's enough mods to justify it, in my opinion. There's enough mods in the pool to justify it. Now the hard part's gonna be getting it together. But like this one's pretty close to done, dude. Actually, hold on. Oh well, it's necro res, right? We want cold res technically. Ah, shit. Well, yeah, well, it's not even gonna glyph. Yeah, okay. Well, we didn't even get the seal, so. And there goes the freeze rate. So the whole thing's cooked. Okay. Try again. Hello, Gilly. How you doing today? We are gonna end up wanting cold res. Let's try this one. We want to seal spell crit. And then hope to get lucky here. With a rune of removal. Okay. Huh. Sad. It's fine. It killed my... Even if I hit the right mod, that killed my fortune potential anyways. Flying through the air on these tornadoes, so I guess I'm doing pretty good. Hell yeah. Gilly, my build's beating 1100 plus corruption. It's actually insane how well it's doing. The build is pogging. Oh, brother. Finding the perfect, finding the perfect catalyst is going to be the hard part. We don't need necro res, we need cold res. For 100 bill gold, it better clear 11. Okay, 100 bill. Let's talk about 1 bill first of all. And also, it wouldn't be. If I didn't get robbed. It's a dot build. It's a dot freeze build. It's a dot freeze trapper. But it freezes everything so nothing can hit me. So it can uh push technically as much corruption as you can stomach, if we're being real. Okay, ward per second is fascinating. Let's go cold damage. Seal it. Thank you. And then over time. And now we just push the button. Hope for the best. Shit, that was close. Dang, that was close.
Now I shouldn't be selling such powerful artifacts. Unless...
You gonna finish your paladin today? Surprised you're not playing PoE today. Unless you already did. Oh, I need to sort by ones with forging potential on it. Freeze rate, crit multi, lightning res. You know what's interesting, dude? There are certain mods on items where you can use a rune of creation and duplicate it, and it having 0 foraging potential, but you having 2 of them is worth more than someone buying one with foraging potential. You know what I'm saying? Your last part of your PC comes in today, so you've been playing LE on your Legion Go, but when I try playing PoE on it, it just burns your hands. Oh, okay, I see. So you're just waiting for your PC parts so that you can play PoE? Yeah, that's unfortunate that happened, man. Yeah, your PC kicked it. That never lives 32 FP. 32 FP doesn't get us there. The freeze rate with cold, it's got to be cold res or a word per second. And then cold damage over time for prefixes. So we know what we're looking for. It's just a matter of getting it to come together. Come together right now over me. This one's pretty close. There's 9 mil for a 1 in 4. A null plus 38 forwarding potential is sketchy. Ooh, our choices are not great, dude. I love when people see chance to chill attackers and they're like, oh, Pog, synergy between the mods. Like, ah, yes, people, that's what people are looking for. Per second alley damage. Close. Alley damage can push to... I gotta look at this. I know it's a lower roll. Cold damage gets 47 to 70. Alley damage gets 39 to 53. So, worse technically. Whoops. Oh, shit. This one has damage over time, but it has 10 foraging potential. Overton Central. Let me search again. Let me go back to the start. You know, just because it's 700k, I'm gonna... You never know when... Never mind. Forget what I was saying. Doesn't matter. Item's gone. What's sold? 20k. Ooh, boy. I can buy a pack of gum with that, dude. There's no way we kill 3 mods and 15 affixes with 43 foraging potential. It just doesn't happen. We need it to either be 3 mods or have one of the mods I already need. And we need to get lucky. So like this, kind of. 36 foraging potential, but could get us there. We just got to get lucky. We didn't. We hit freeze rate multi twice in a row on the rune of removal. My hand keeps bumping my mic wire. Let me move that slightly. I love typing this in every time, dude. I don't really want Ellie damage, dude. Ellie damage is not great. Oh, cold damage. Uh, 4.5 mil, dude. If it wasn't freaking gosh darn tier 4, I'd probably go for it. When we get into the prices of like 5 or 6 mil, I have to make sure that what I'm getting actually has a fair shot at succeeding. And I also just don't want to settle on this either. Like, I want the exact mods. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna buy this. I think we go Glyph of Chaos, crit multi. Well, in another world, that would be great. We did get a crit success, though. 1 and 4. Missed. And now 2 clicks and it's dead. Okay, 9 mil down the piss and drain. There it goes. Excellent. Let me sort by newest first for a second. Just take a glance. This is damage over time. Tier 2. 34 forging potential, man. I just can't. Oh, wow. Hold on. Oh, that's 100 million. Fuck. Ah. If that was colder as, dude, I would buy this in a heartbeat, but for 100 mil, not gonna happen. Damage over time. Again, 35 mil. God. Looking at chronolaves, I'm looking at catalysts. Why do people price like idiots? So these are just never gonna be purchased. Looking for a better smash. I bought a tier 4, sorry, I bought a 4 LP uh vial. Yeah, smash or pass catalysts. I bought a 4 LP vial, so now I'm looking for um a way to get the 4 perfect mods to smash into it. This is your conscious speaking. This is your conscious speaking. Don't do it. 50 million, dude. What are these prices, brother? Relax. 80 million. What the heck, dude? Uh, we get freeze rate multiplier, cold damage, increased damage over time, and cold resistance is what we're looking for. Obviously, we're going to have to craft into that. We're not going to find all 4 mods together, but I'm trying to find bases that are going to give me the best shot. Yeah, if you want to, here, I'll leave the Discord open. If you want to ping me some of them, I can take a look at them. And I'll let you know if I would like to buy them or not. Dude, the prices on some of these are freaking stupid. It's funny when people craft into their item and then bail halfway through. And then just list it and list it for an outrageous price. Like 20 mil for an incomplete item. Crazy. Oh, okay, Ken. Yeah, you don't have to do it now. Whenever you get around to it. $200 million. Sad. Listed 3 days ago. Man. If it was 20 million, I might try it, but 200? You're actually crazy. Okay, we're hitting a bunch of junk. I need to sort by 30 FP or more. $100 million, dude. Oh man, it's close. That Ellie res suffix is just not gonna cut it. I might cut it, dude. It's close. $1.2 billion. What the hell is these prices, dude? Get some common sense, people. People that list items with like no intention of it actually selling just drive me nuts. They just overprice it on purpose. Hope that somebody accidentally buys it and then it just rots. Okay, I'm gonna buy this. We can seal this, but runa removal does the same thing. But we need to runa removal this prefix, right? So, okay, well, we hit freeze rate multi, so fuck me, I guess. Is that 3 times in a row that's happened now? RNG, man. At least with 4 LP, I know I can't fail once I get the Exalt item put together. 35. Once the item's assembled, we can't fail the LP slam. I should check my stash too, see if I have any freeze rate. Multiplier, catalysts. That's a relic. That's a relic. Relic, relic. Relic. Well, plenty of relics with it. Jeez. Oh my lord. I didn't know I had this. Too bad it's COF and also, yeah, that's a no-go. Didge. We don't have it. We are stuck to whatever we find in here. I'm gonna find brother. Might have to wait on this. Wait for new listings or something. Doesn't exist, Ken. There's only 6 pages of listings. Elemental damage, dude. I can't do elemental damage. I can, but it's just worse. It's the same thing as elemental res, right? It's the same mod, but worse. For the roll value, at least. Again, this one's really good. 15 mil is pretty cheap, but it's that Ellie res. It's keeping me away. $37 FP. 37 forging potential and a tier 3 suffix for 35 mil is just not for me. We're in the realm of I'll pay this if it's guaranteed to succeed. We'd be rolling a 1 and 3 on an 80 mil purchase. And hoping that the forging potential can get us there for 10 affix upgrades. Doesn't seem reasonable for 80 mil. Looks like that thing will be left there. 7 days that thing's been listed. All right, 90 mil. Fuck, dude. This has to seal. Thank you. Now we just pray. Oh, I got there on the last one. That is insane. All right. Well, the freeze rate roll kind of... Wow, all of these rolls are like min rolls, dude. Damn, why'd I have to take 21 FP on the last click? For specific elements on your spell blades, I never felt a difference when adding LE damage. Yeah, maybe it needs the LE specific tag, but this, I mean, this will do, but it's just the... Damn, dude, I was really hoping I could hit a Rune of Refinement on that.
Under this orb with me.
2.5 mil, fuck it. Give me. Jesus, there goes all of our... Yeah, it didn't make it. Problem is crafting that
Catalyst doesn't add power.
is not as easy as just finding another one, even with 200 mil. I just spent 90 mil on that craft. How is that not loose? How loose do you want me to go? Spend 200 mil on a chance to fail? Have nothing and then not be able to succeed at all? Be a little looser. So we go to here we go, page 6. As you can see, being the fact that it's more expensive is not making it a better chance at me succeeding. All of these suck. This one's like the closest to good. The only downside is its 35 forging potential and it's LE res instead of cold res. And then we would still need to probably Rune of Refinement it because the freeze rate's still bad. So chances are that doesn't go our way. Ken, those don't exist. Not on the market, at least. Well, just look at the screen, dude. Is it the cheapest one's 880,000. Seconds a million. So spending a few hundred thousand on 40 FP plus is not possible. You're not giving me bad advice, you're giving me unusable advice. I'm just trying to show you the situation at hand. It's 13 suffixes on an offhand catalyst. Yeah, it's not gonna, that won't work out then. Yeah, trust me, I'm being loose with my wallet. It's a matter of me not finding the right mods. Those rolls are low, but they are all the rolls I need. So I might settle. Yeah, I think a lot of people swapped over to Merchant's Guild pretty recently, but freeze rate multi on a catalyst is pretty rare in general. The problem with catalysts is they really only drop for mages. Because you know how when you're farming on a specific class, you're more likely to see items of like base types that support that class. Well, the problem is like mages are the class that's dropping catalyst, right? So it's not like everyone and their mom is dropping a catalyst all the time. And then for it to be tier 7 freeze rate, which is already a pretty rare mod. Let me see how rare. Oh, it's common, never mind. But yeah. I guess my point being not a lot of people are playing mage, so I guess catalysts aren't dropping that often. Yeah, dude, two-handers are like all over the place. Two-handers are the most commonly dropped item. But yeah, it's not every day you see a catalyst drop, so it makes sense that they're not cheap. But we might not have another option. Oh, I'm so mad that that last click was minus 21 foraging potential. If it was anything but a kill shot, then at least we get one roll, and that one roll is probably better than the roll it has, because it literally has min rolls on like everything. But it is all the mods we want, so it is something we can use. It's either that or we just try to get unbelievably lucky with some of these crafts, because some of these are just like not gonna happen. Well, just see what happens. This will be the last one I buy for now. Sad. Well, we have a slam. Is about 100% increased damage, better than 60 freeze rate. 60 freeze rate gives us 12 cold pen. So is 12 cold pen or 100% increased damage better? Probably the damage is better. God, why does that roll have to suck? I'm just sad that we have 47 to 70 as the rolls on our increased damage over time and increased cold damage. We literally got one off of bottom and then actually bottom roll on both of them. Oh, that sucks. I just needed that to have one foraging potential. Like, it's crazy, but this is double tier 4 mod, and this is actually, I think, better than this. Just because the freeze rate roll is so good. It's an extra 80 freeze rate.
Come closer. Under this orb with me.
One more try. Seal it. 50-50. Cold damage, and yeah, GG. We lose. Oh my god. That was like minus 15, minus 16. Fucking, yeah. Cooked.
Proper catalyst doesn't add power. It multiplies it.
Oh, that's frustrating. Don't talk to me or my family ever again. Holy fuck. $18 less cold damage for 20 more damage, and then 20 more freeze rate. 18 less cold resistance, I mean. The question I have here is this. Okay. Oh, well, it gives us plus 10, right? So plus 10. Okay. I'm just trying to do some math. I did screw up our skills, of course. Hmm. All right. Less ward retention, more damage. I think I'm
Not happening.
I think I'm okay with it. That was all my money. All right, good luck with your interview, Ken. Yeah, ready. See you in a bit.
More rats come to gnaw at the edges of my sanctum.
At least we know the slam can't fail. At least we know it's gonna work.
What's this? How are they manipulating time? Could it be?
Thank God for dropping that 2LP star dial yesterday. Well, I mean, I just wouldn't be doing this otherwise, right? That star dial drop definitely put us back in the positive, but yeah, I'm close to broke again.
It all makes sense now. Epoch has finally come to me.
The epoch has finally come to me. So we drop another banger unique like that again.
The Epoch! I will have it!
Lamau Jura. Lamau, good effort. That's the one. 4LP. Give me baby. There she is. Cute. Cute. So we are going to have less resting ward, but our ward gen should be just as good. Mainly just wanted the damage. Can always use more damage. which is why when I saw a mineral, I was really disappointed. But I'll settle for this.
Easy. Too easy.
Yep, still getting 10k, 15k even, ward just fine. Get a little bit more stability. So why not? Crazy when you see the build actually go off, like how it works in an echo. Seeing it all come together. Another cool thing about the build is I can throw from a distance my traps and deal the same amount of damage because it's ranged. So boss fight is good. Echoes are good. What might not be good though is the Oribus fight. There's also certain enemies that are actually just immune to freeze, which I have to watch out for, which are like these eyeball guys. They're immune to freeze. So I just have to pay attention to them. All right. Well, we can try to find an exit point for corruption. See how an Orbis fight goes. Something tells me we're gonna have to need to like find a bossing setup though for this build if we want to push further. Problem is I don't even know how we would make a bossing setup. I need to look at the Drought's release dagger. Because I can freeze Oribus, but he does get unfrozen. He does get moves out. So, I mean, it might just come down to skill, right? Being able to avoid his stuff. Or if there was just a way to gain ward on hit. Against a boss. The problem is like we don't crit, right? So we can't use ward on crit. Otherwise I think the swap would just be to swap the rings for Ring of the Third Eye. Get the ward on crit going, right? These rewards are trash, man. Bone spires suck, especially when there's nothing to hit for enemies. It's like no enemies on this map. Which means if a random bone spire shot comes down and nails me. Okay, we're fine. Dual Peak Gathering Fury is not worth anything. Curious to see how this does on Endless Arena as well. Poison Spire hurts. Got some idols to read. Crit chance health. Word gain health. Stun chance, necro. Nothing. 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 Okay. Let's fight the boss again. Whoops. Got a strand of souls, 0 LP, but still. Cells, no doubt. Good roll, too. Yeah, and good rolls on that one. Nice tree in the way of my face, dude. Love that.
That was close.
0 LP. Blood of Exile ain't worth anything. Alright, we got these freaking fire cast on hit fire dudes that are going to roll me if I get close to them. Just be mindful of their location. Some people use this item, use it for something, but still I don't know if it's worth anything. Back on low life, Pog. Salamander, this build is sick. I came up with this all on my own, dude. And I'm so proud of it. It's got best of all the worlds, dude. You throw ice flasks, ice arrows, and you get bees. What's not to love? And your low life, yeah. You can get up to like 18, 19,000 ward if you're ripping through a map. But the resting ward's only like 2k. But it's a snowdrift build. It uses frostbite to apply all its damage. And we use Viper Tail, dude. Yeah, we use Viper Tail, we use Vial of Volatile Ice, Frozen Ire, and basically we have traps that throw flasks, and then the flasks are converted to cold, and they deal tons of cold damage over time. So it's a cold dot build. But it's in 1200 corruption, and it's cooking, dude. Freezes absolutely anything and everything. So it just casually walks through the map, freezing everything. Certain enemies, you have to sit there and beat down. It obviously doesn't have the damage that like a bomber detonating arrow gel cores build does, but still trying to get a stupid experimental affix on the shackles. You failed 9 1 and 4s. When I was getting reduced throwing cost on my Ocarians, it took me 13 tries to hit it on 2. Because I had to get 2 of them. It took 13 attempts. And then, let me show you something after this echo. I'm going to show you something. If you think missing, hitting 2 out of 13 1 and 4s is bad, look at this, dude. You're going to lose your mind when you see this. So this has this tier 7 freeze rate multi-mod on it. 3 LP, right? 3 LP? Oh, I put them away, I think. Viper Tail. Yeah. Look at this. You see something about all of these? None of them have a tier 7 affix. I missed this slam 3 times in a row. I missed this slam 3 times in a row, and then I missed the tier 7 affix on this as well. And this was all in a row. 3 of these in a row, and then this and then I finally hit both of these. But yeah, I missed on a 3 LP slam, I missed getting the affix 4 times in a row. And then the frostbite shackles I missed on the low life mod twice before hitting it. Hello, Rocked Away. I was just going over my bad luck that I had yesterday with slamming, but today we're just cooking. We're cooking out here. Builds come together now. Do I have a planner for this? Looks interesting. I have an old planner. I can really quickly I need to fix my planner. 1 second. But yes, I can get a planner for you real quick here. This with freeze and cold pen. And then this, instead of this prefix, should be vitality. And then these suffixes should be, yep, necrotic res, and then tier 7 LE res. That's fine. This should actually be... Sorry, this is just going to take a second. Should be this. Tier 7 freeze rate. Cold res. Damage over time. This should be Viper Tail with freeze. Cold res. Mana regen. That's good, that's good. That's good. Oh, and then the passive tree. It's a little, needs a little tweaking. Take these nodes out, take these nodes out. And then it's 6 and 8. And then it's explosive trap, decoy, smoke bomb, shift. Then these, yeah, idols are correct, blessings are correct. All right. This is generally what the build looks like. Save and share. There you go, rocked away. I do want to just quickly, before you, if you do plan on making this build, I want to preface the fact that you need to get tier 7 reduced throwing attack mana cost on both your rings. Has to happen, otherwise the build doesn't work. Because Acid Flask has a mana cost of 10, so we have to reduce the mana cost to 0. The only way to do that is with the throwing cost mod. Currently at work. Getting paid to watch Twitch. That's sick, dude. Damn, both of y'all both of y'all got stuck with a day of doing nothing, huh? Yeah, the build's cooking in high corruption, dude. We all love a lazy day, and today's my lazy day as well. But dude, I ordered a new art tablet. I'm gonna get back into my digital painting stuff, and I think it's coming. I think it should be here today. But yeah, Rockdoy, the absolute necessary piece of the build for it to work, you need the reduced throwing mana cost on both rings. If you can get that, the build will work with anything else. But it's like that, plus you obviously need the catalyst there, the vial of volatile ice that's also necessary. Rockdoy, the skills I might need to change a little bit. I don't know if the skills are correct after this echo. Let me check. Also, Pike, after watching people's PoE League starts that in them playing, I'm glad I skipped this one. Yeah, dude, I'm glad I skipped the PoE League as well. Oh, it's just less stress in my life. You plan on streaming some art streams? I do. I need to sit back and like relearn some things because it's been years since I've actually put pen to paper. I haven't drawn in a while. I haven't painted in a while, so I need to get my sea legs back, but once I get back into the swing of it, I'll probably do some streams for it. If that's something that interests people. I don't think this is worth much at 1 LP, but yeah, let me check let me make sure that planner's skills are correct. Okay, that's correct. Yep, that's correct. Okay, this is incorrect. Okay. Save and share. Okay, this has the correct skill tree. So, this thing's decent at bossing like the monolith bosses, but what I'm a little concerned about is Oribus fights. My Oribus fights have been a little sketchy, so the problem with bossing in this with this build is you don't gain a ton of ward when fighting a boss because you're only freezing one enemy, so you're not gaining the like ward on freeze unless you're constantly freezing and unfreezing him. But I don't think there's a way to like unfreeze the boss unless you like
Too easy.
stop hitting him. But yeah, as long as you shift, like as long as you're using the shift skill, your mana management is totally fine. You have no problems with mana as long as you're shifting, even in single target situations. Shift will always cover your mana cost. The sounds of arrows are cool on this build. Yeah, it shoots detonating arrow, but the detonating arrows are not actually converted to melee, so you get to see them fly around. It's for long distance freezing. It's so that enemies with ranged attacks get frozen even if you're not close to them. Not only that, but it's a ton of extra freeze rate multi, and then also it does obviously deal damage and applies more frostbite, so it's just good from a distance. But it's also just a good addition for extra freezes. Yeah, dude, and the other cool thing is like most of the stuff on this build is pretty cheap in Merchant's Guild. The only thing that's like expensive is gonna be the rings. It's like the rings are pretty expensive, and then the gloves are kind of tough as well. Um, Obviously getting that experimental mod on those gloves can be tough. But yeah, boss fights are easy as long as you keep them frozen. Problem is some bosses don't abide by that rule, so then you just have to be good at dodging or get lucky with your dodge chance. Which your dodge chance does go up when you get the... Yep, he didn't freeze. Hold on. Speaking of, I failed. Let me go try this other one. I'm just curious to see if I can even beat him. Because I had a feeling that he was going to be tough. Or I might need to figure out a bossing setup. Been using acid flask with detonating arrow, but luckily you have 2 rogues, so you'll spec 1 to run this build. Oh, there you go. You're already basically there then. Yeah, this is just the cold version. Very defensive. And can apply tons of frostbite. The only issue is bosses that cannot be frozen. And bosses that like don't get frozen easily. where they have like animations that bypass freeze or attacks that bypass freeze. But like, look, I'm hitting 999 frostbite stacks without even really trying. And then we get all our damage from Snowdrift. Okay, I gotta be prepared this time. So he does get stunned, but it's not a freeze. That might kill me. Holy shit, I can't believe I dodged. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's hard, man. You can't freeze that guy. Oh, you can't freeze Orbis, man. Yeah, the only bosses that are a problem is Orbis, which obviously is a problematic as fuck. But and then Age of Winter boss. Every other boss is easy. I'll show you what it does to like a regular Echo boss. Like what is this lag, dude? Jesus. You'll see the Fall of the Outcast boss is super easy. As well as like Reign of Dragons boss is super easy. Who else? Oh, the bird is pretty easy. The both birds for that matter. You're farming Age of Winter? Yeah, so Age of Winter has something underneath his name that says immune to freeze. Yeah, build can't survive without it. Without freezing bosses. It can't beat bosses without freezing the bosses. Which is definitely a major downside to the build. I'm wondering if there is a way to... So, for the bossing, I'm thinking I either need a way to generate ward in combat from hitting single targets. Because right now we're getting ward on freeze. So we're getting it because there's so many enemies in an area. We're able to get tons of ward really quickly because we freeze everything. So in running echoes, it's totally fine.
That was close.
But for single target, there's no way for it to generate ward. So it needs to do one of two things. It either needs to have a bossing setup that can one-shot a boss, or, you know, shotgun damage a boss, or a way to generate ward. And the issue is, if I were to do a bossing setup, I need to make it so that it can basically function without needing to swap around skill trees because of the way leveling skill trees works in this game. Which means gear only. And if we're focusing Acid Flask, it's like I don't really know how to do that. But yeah, a bossing setup's probably necessary. But you'll see, like, when I fight this guy's a piece of cake. Hold on, gotta trigger the boss, of course. I was wondering what was going on. This goes for Julra as well. Tier 4 Julra is the same way. They just stay frozen. As long as you just keep shifting, you can keep regulating your mana. And you can keep freezing them, just keep them here forever. Is there a ward on hit affix similar to life on melee hit? Probably not, but just asking. So there is ward on crit with Ring of the Third Eye. And let me see if I have any. Well, I could just walk over here. The problem is I would need to get throwing damage on it, or the throwing mana cost to test it. Yeah, paired with Soul Gamblers, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that would be the way to do it. The problem is I don't know if that'll be enough crit, because the build doesn't have any crit. Because it's the dot build, right? So there's no reason to stack crit. So I don't know if it'll be enough, but I don't think I have a Soul Gamblers. No, I don't, but I should have a Ring of the Third Eye in here. Yeah, so it has a chance to gain ward on crit. So if you swap to these, I might have to do testing in the offline mode later today. These are COF tagged, unfortunately. But I might boot up the offline client and manipulate a character to test how the single target ward gain would work with that. That's something I'll do off stream later. But yeah, it looks like we can't like push further corruption until we find an answer to Oribus, because this was the way I got to this corruption in the first place was I was using the regular gel cores build, just like the gel cores detonating arrow build. It's crazy. But it was falling off and pushing corruption because its defenses were lacking. So I figured, why not freeze everything? I wanted to go for an endless arena run and see what would happen. So prepare for a long endless arena run. Wait, what's the exact mod I need for the... yeah, that just broke my brain, Salamander. Can you ask that differently, please? I was using the HP setup. I still have the build. Hold on. I have it in a tab. Right here. I was using Orion's Eye, Red Rings, Peak of the Mountain, Core of the Mountain, Foot of the Mountain, the dodge rating, experimental affix, bracers, mana gain, affix belt, a couple of gel cores, Ukanui sphere, HP, idols. What is the experimental mod you need on the gloves for the low life build? You need current health lost per second, missing health gained as ward. Jesus, sorry for the noise. I was adjusting my chair before I packing for a frickin' year-long arena run. I want to see how far we can get with this. Yeah, the build was getting up to 1200 corruption, but it was starting to get to the point where it was like taking some serious beatdown damage. Where if something hit me, it was practically one-shotting me. But I was able to one-shot bosses with it, so things like the Orbis fight was easy.
Too easy.
After second red ring last night? Oh, congrats, dude. You don't understand how to get the 180 attributes? So you have to get plus to all attributes. It's the easiest way to do it. So things like Peak of the Mountain give plus like 2 to 5 all attributes. If you get that like plus 4 to all attributes, that's 20 attributes right there, right? And then if you get like plus 5 to all attributes on your boots, that's another plus 25. And then another 5 to all attributes on your chest, that's another plus 25. So it adds up quick. And then you just stack like Dex or Vitality or whatever. Yeah, the prices have been pretty solid in Merchant's Guild. The ring, the tier 7 throwing cost on this ring is like 100 mil, which is the expensive part. Everything else is pretty cheap.
Easy. Too easy.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Oh my god, we're lagging already. I'm in the same boat with red rings. I farmed 2 of them in COF. What is this frame rate, bro? I farmed 2 of them in COF, but that's because I forced them. It was easy to farm them when I was like dropping 30 rings per boss fight. But wow, this arena does not like me. But in Merchant's Guild, I never naturally dropped one. I have naturally dropped 2 Ravenous Voids though, which is ridiculous. Yeah, the rings are the honestly just hold right click and hope for the best. It's ridiculous. They do need to still, man, they need to optimize this game's frame rate issues. It has a CPU leak issue as well. It has both. I have a memory leak cleaner that is helping clear my memory cache when it gets too high. But the CPU leak I can't control. And even like there are some areas that are just like going to spike your GPU or your CPU, which is dumb. Just because of the shaders they're using and stuff.
Curiosity is a charming trait until it is
All
not.
right. Thanks for the follow. So hopefully this arena is nicer to us. It's still rocky. Prepare for a lot of this because we're something tells me that this build could push some pretty high corruption or high arena wave, I mean. His bot turbo. Yeah, the Twitch ads are pretty brutal. They're long, but they pay the bills, you know? But I stream optionally on YouTube as well. YouTube has skippable ads and stuff, so the ads are a lot less ridiculous on YouTube. Dude, 2 frames per second. I'm getting 7 frames per second. Like, why? I'd like to look at my task manager and see what's going on when I hit an enemy. It'll just be cruising at 60, then all of a sudden plummet. Task manager. I want to see what happens here. Okay, that's 35%. Let's see when I hit an enemy what happens. CPU usage is staying the same. So is memory usage. I think it's just a game thing. Not even my computer. Yeah. Memory and CPU is staying exactly the same, so I don't know what's going on.
Easy. Too easy.
You're curious to see your variation in using the acid flask? Yeah, so this build is lagging up a storm right now. I don't know what it is about arenas, dude. I wanted to see how far I can get on Endless Arena, but honestly, like with this lag, I don't know if it's even worth it. Because I think I could get pretty far. I might have to restart my game and then start over. It's fine sometimes and not fine other times. But yeah, this version just tries to freeze absolutely everything. The problem is the build struggles with bosses that can't be frozen. So I need to find out how to solve that problem. I'll tell you, it's not this laggy in in echoes. I don't know why it's being so bad. But yeah, it can push high corruption. It just struggles with bosses that can't be frozen, aka Oribus and Age of Winter. Problem is it can't be Oribus. That's the one problem. Unless you're really good at dodging. I can't handle the lag. I need a restart. I don't care. 45 waves will go by quick. I'm restarting the game real quick. Ooh. Yes, I can. Came up with it myself. It's not meta at all, and I feel like a lot of people don't know about it yet. So a lot of the gear is pretty cheap. The only thing that's expensive is the rings. And the gloves arguably are expensive as well. You can settle for tier 6 low life mod, which makes it a lot cheaper. But yeah, not cheap. The gloves and the rings. Everything else is pretty reasonable. If you have any questions, let me know. All right. Hopefully less lag now.
That was close.
I just punched my microphone. I'm sorry. We'll give the the endless arena run one good effort, and we'll see how far we can get. Something tells me if we sat here long enough, we could get up to like 1,000. Wave 1,000. Because enemies just straight up can't touch us. What an awesome looking build. I'm COF. I have a 2 LP shackle. But where do I get the rings? Rune of Ascendance? Yeah, you can Rune of Ascendance for Ocarian, but it's like it's a pretty rare ring. It is like, it's like a 1 in 50 on Rune of Ascendance. And getting one with 1 LP might be pretty difficult. And then you have to get the build won't function without the reduced throwing cost mod, because Acid Flask has a cost of 10. And if you don't reduce that cost to 0, your mana is just gonna get all messed up. Yeah, just be warned that this build, I currently don't know how to make this build work against very difficult bosses that cannot be frozen. Oribus being the #1 problem. So you can kill Oribus just fine up until like 700 corruption, then it starts to require skill in order to beat him. And so I'm thinking there needs to be a boss setup, like a bossing gear swap. And I think it requires Ring of the Third Eye and Soul Gambler's Fallacy so that we get the ward on crit. Because right now we're getting ward on freeze, and that's giving us tons of ward, but against bossing, we don't get any ward benefit. So we sit at 2.6k ward against bosses, which is problematic. But if we gave ourselves a ton of extra crit and then gave us ward on crit, there's a chance that we can just get tons of ward that way. But it has not been tested. I'm gonna test it probably after stream today. I have to go into offline mode and test it, but welcome back, Ken. How'd it go? It went okay-ish. Oh boy. So up to Eye of Reen and just melt bosses in 3 seconds, but different build altogether. Yeah. If you're talking about the Gel Cores build, yeah, the Eye of Reen swap annihilates bosses. But yeah, this build doesn't even use melee detonating arrow, so it doesn't deal any melee damage. Oh, you just have to wait and see, Ken. I wish you the best, though, dude. Hope it goes well. God knows we need those things to go well these days. Good, but not optimal. It's so weird that, like, The difference between you getting a position or not can boil down to two questions. The programming question, so sort of makes sense. Yeah, that's fair. Oh yeah, no, there's just about any job I can think of has that kind of system. You get into an interview, they ask you like a handful of questions, and then those questions determine if they choose you or not. Like your resume considers as qualifying, and then it comes down to like, is the person that we're hiring, uh do they have the right mindset, I guess? And how to figure out if the mindset's correct is just by asking a handful of questions. Okay, we're back to where we were before, except this time we're not lagging, so that's nice. Whoa, that was close to dangerous. Due to Amazon asking additional questions in parallel while you work on the programming questions. Yeah, that's kind of tough. Two things at once. Jeez. Where's the enemy? Oh. I just had a strange curiosity. Ooh, exsanguinous? What the hell? Strange curiosity as to how far I could go in arena. Also just curious to see what's going on at the high end of arena, like wave 500. What kind of rewards are at the other side of that? That being said, if we can get there, freeze is not a foolproof solution.
Easy. Too easy.
For instance, these guys, the immortalized can't be frozen. so those guys could end up screwing me over. There's also plenty of enemies that cast things on death. Enemies with ranged attacks, enemies that come in crowds. There's definitely ways I just get murked if I'm not paying attention.
Easy. Too easy.
Yeah. Don't have any catalyst worth your time. It's fine. I ended up settling for one. I ended up taking one that I was satisfied with.
Easy.
How far can the needle be pushed? When will bike spokes get bored of doing arena? Look at all that ward. So many bars. 17k ward. It's impactful. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take the dog out real quick. Should take only 5 minutes. Stick around. I'll be back in a moment. I'm back. Package came in. So that's exciting. It was really hard carrying it up the stairs though. And my dog was being rambunctious. I took him out. Some lady was walking their dog. Walked by. My dog started freaking out. It was an eventful 5 minutes. Whew. Box is bigger than I expected. I hope it's not broken in there, dude. That'd be sad. Box looks well protected though, so doesn't look beat up. I'll open that after stream.
Too easy. That was close.
Oh, we chewed through 200 waves like it was nothing. Yeah, this build powered straight through that. Whoa, enemies left alive still. 210. We were cooking. Some leaderboards like what, 4,000 or something? God, imagine. The amount of time that would take. Something tells me I'm gonna get to around 500, and then I'm gonna take a random pot shot from an enemy, and it's gonna kill me instantly. What's up, Bliss? Long time no speak, dude. No PoE this league? Nope. Skipping the league. Oh, I'm going, dude. Yeah, I've got a lot of weird real life stuff in the works. Getting back into digital art and stuff. And I've just been playing a lot of Last Epoch. Good call trying to force myself to play and not enjoying it at all. Yeah, I didn't think I would like it. Yeah, I really wasn't interested. Figured it would be a good one to skip. I also just needed the break, honestly. It's a lot of stress that goes into Path of Exile. Feels nice to not have to worry about it for a few months. Yeah, I've been playing Last Epoch in the meantime. Been making content for that. Have you played this game yet, Bliss? This game absolutely smacks, dude. Still haven't? Dude, you're missing out. This game's a lot of fun. Struggling for motivation for anything? Yeah, that's just life, isn't it? Yeah. No, I got pretty terrible depression my whole life, so I get it. The feeling of wanting to do literally anything, even down to playing video games. You got the maps was because of mate. Wasn't played for 3 years, wanted to play? Oh, okay, I see. Blinds close and in bed, no gaming. Yeah. No, sometimes gaming even takes effort, right? Yeah. That's why I've turned into a big casual gamer for that reason. Like competitive gaming just isn't for me anymore. Like I can't get myself to play things like Dota anymore. I used to love playing Dota. But now it's just too much of a headache to play it. Competitive gaming in general. I don't have the mental fortitude anymore. I've been playing Last Epoch and Balatro, or Balatro, however you want to say it, in my free time. And I just got my new art tablet. It's in a box in my room right now. It just showed up today. Break that open and get back to digital arting will be nice. Trying to get into a league again for over a year. Keep reinstalling it. and opening it, closing it. Oh, into League of Legends. Yeah, dude. I only play League when my friends ask me to, and I only will play ARAM. Yeah, it is exciting. I hope so. And yeah, Dota's twice as hard as, or if you can't get yourself to play League, you won't be able to get yourself to play Dota. It's twice as hard, right? Or just twice as effortful, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what kind of art I want to focus on in my life. Like, I'm torn between, I really like character design, but I've never been really good at it. I really like designing mechanical parts or not mechanical parts, but like, you know, fantasy mechanics in robots. And then I also really like making astronomical stuff. So like planets and stars and cosmic events. So I'm not sure what I'm going to specialize in, because I've got a pretty good all-around talent for art. It's just a matter of like, and I've been doing it for years. But if I want to get serious about it, I need to figure out what I want to focus and hone in on. Yeah, I really like character design. It's definitely the most creatively expressive. Character standing on shoulder of a mech, pointing to the distance with a galaxy background. He used all of it together, dude. That would be pretty epic. Given like the Germa point back, Pog face, pointing backwards at a giant galaxy behind him, Pog face. From Borderlands? Are you talking about Tiny Tina? Because that's what I was picturing when you said that. Like OG anime? Oh. You're not thinking of like Spirited Away, are you? Wouldn't be Akira. Is it a movie or like a show? Older, huh? Akira, Bleach, Inuyasha, One Piece, Dragon Ball. Torture's version of the Mono Arena event? Yeah, this is Endless Arena. Welcome to hell. This goes on until I die, so get ready. But I'm seeing how far I can get before I just get one shot by something random. You're more and more forgetful, no escaping it. Dude, I tried to give you I guess all the ones I said were wrong too, huh? Yeah, I don't know then. Astro Boy? Is it Astro Boy Bliss? Yeah, that had a movie not too long ago come out, right? It was like live action. Dude, brain fog will do that. Yeah. Shit, man. I wish I could tell you the answer. I actually don't know. I gave you all the guesses that I had. As like angels. Yeah, I don't watch enough anime to know, especially not old era. It's not Angel Beats, is it? I think that one's pretty new though. I don't think Angel Beats is old.
That was close.
Also, I feel like you'd remember the name Angel Beats. It's not that complicated of a name, right? Kids that can pilot mechs. Evangelion. Yeah, I don't... Never heard of it. Alright, I'll take a look. Oh, that's another thing. I'm a Western artist. So I don't have any anime skills. All right, let me take a look before I'll wait for your message before I get into this next one. Next section of wave. You have an appointment. 6th. Okay. Older anime definitely looked different. The art style has developed since then, but you sending this picture? Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, looks kind of familiar. Evangelion. Ken.
Easy. Too easy.
Oh, that's cool looking. Yeah, that's cool looking. Bro, people are so talented. I'll tell you, my digital art looks nothing like that. That's like 25 years experience or just natural born talent. I haven't digitally painted in years, dude. I'm really concerned about how my skills are gonna look. I'm gonna have to do a lot of reteaching myself. It's been so long, man. It'll be a day for sure today. And we'll probably run this arena run and then call the stream, but the This run is not stopping anytime soon, I don't think. I think we're going to be here for a little while. Imagine just being auto good at something. Boring. Yeah. I spent many years, like, I've been, you know, drawing ever since I was a kid. I didn't get serious about drawing until I got into college. Or, like, late high school. And I didn't pick up digital painting until I was in college. So you could say I'm starting a bit late. But better late than never, right? But I've got years of experience under my belt, so I at least have good concepts of art and color. But some of my foundational stuff, like drawing faces and stuff, is I'm gonna have to reteach myself. I suck with faces, man. I don't know why. Unless I'm using facial reference, like I can't draw a face without looking at someone else's face and drawing their face. You know what I mean? I can't like come up with a face. I can do everything else. Can't do a face. That's why most of my artwork is robots, dude, because robots don't have faces.
That was close.
27,000 ward? What is happening, bro? That was insane. They're tricks, right? I think people learn it in 5 to 6 facial structures and eye placements and then extend from there. Yeah, most people will just learn how to draw one specific face and they'll just use it for everything. And then they'll just slowly add on. That's what I need to do, is just get good at drawing one particular face over and over again. And then use that as foundational. As like the foundation, and then I can like adjust proportions and colors and stuff from there to adjust facial features. Start extending nose shape and stuff. Mangaka and comic creator across the world. I ain't no pro, that's for sure. I'd consider myself intermediate. I showed my artwork on stream not too long ago, maybe a week ago or so. And stuff that I made before in the past. It's good. People like it. But it's not studio level. Mark Curley's an anime artist and comic book artist. Also, yes, I know who he is and I watched him before. I think I'm still subscribed to him on YouTube. His stuff is surprisingly, his stuff is not actually that useful for me. because his foundational art and most of his art skills come from a different side of the creative field than what I'm looking for. He is very good at what he does, but what he does is comic book and anime art.
That was close.
He also does a lot of stuff for beginner artists, which I am not. Yeah, I follow art channels already. I appreciate it, but I don't need recommendations. I've got a laundry list of resources. Spent 4 years in college doing it. Half of my college experience was researching digital artists. One thing college can't give you is experience and practice that you have to do yourself. The problem is when you fall out of practice, it sucks to get back into it. It's masking. Masking's easy, dude. Yeah, I guess that comes down to a core understanding of Photoshop more than it does foundational artistic skill, right? Yeah, GIMP is a bit tough. Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. GIMP's struggles with complex art stuff like that, like masking, or just like honestly in general anything other than just straight up drawing. I use Photoshop for everything. It's great, and Photoshop's great for digital painting. Is it the best? Probably not, but it's great. You don't want to pay Adobe money? Yeah, I pay Adobe monthly, so. Their program is good, so I pay for it. I understand that them swapping to a subscription service instead of you actually owning the program is a downside. But do you actually own World of Warcraft? You get my point, though. Subscription services exist. Do you watch Netflix? You don't own every movie you watch on Netflix. Final Fantasy 14. You're paying monthly for it? Do you technically own it?
Easy. Too easy.
All I'm saying is Adobe's not the first one to do it. And you can't just ostracize someone because unless you can't afford it or don't want to afford it, Like, you can't not use a program if it gets the job done, I guess. I don't really have another choice because it is what I grew up using. You can also get Adobe for free if you just like crack it, you know? Yeah. But again, subscriptions, right? Well, you get a 30-day free trial on Adobe products too. Yeah, it's 1,000% stealing. Yep. Is as bad as pirating. But if you want to use a program and you don't want to support the company, then you can steal. Not saying it's something you should do, but it's something you can do.
They won't forget that.
Do not pirate. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I pirated for something, dude. The only things I pirate these days are things that I actually can't get my hands on otherwise. Like, there was this, there's this SpongeBob game from my childhood that was on the computer that I wanted to relive. And it was like a game from 2002, and there was like no way for me to actually get my hands on it without dropping like a few $1,000s on eBay. So I, you know, pirated that. But at that point, it's even pirated. Like the item is off the market. Oh, we're getting lag again. This sucks. Yeah, emulators. Yeah, we make exceptions around here. You know how it is. But yeah, I just never really understood when people get upset that somebody changes their payment model from selling the program for $1,000 to selling the program for $40 a month. It's like, yes, you no longer own the physical copy, but it's like, this is like the new era of software, right? They're not the only ones to do it. It's happening all over the place. And if the program is good, then I will pay for it, you know? Whoa, that almost killed me. All right, I'll have to clean up and get ready. Maybe play some games. Good luck on the art, bro. Thanks, thanks, Bliss. Have a good day, bro. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Yeah, I'll probably try to stream some of it down the line, but we'll see. Probably won't be for a while. Girl named Lynn Valen that does a lot of it on Twitch as well. You want to check it out? Thanks for the suggestion. I will peruse for sure. I might check them out. Depends on also their hours. If they're Aussie, then might struggle to find them online. We'll see. Yeah. All right, take it easy, bro. Yeah, Ken, I'm not saying that every company does it. I'm just saying that a lot of them do. If Adobe's options were we don't meet profit quota, we go under, or we stop developing future software and improvements on our programs, or we swap to a subscription model, then I take the latter. Sometimes monetarily, the company's hands are forced. It's not even that they want to do it. Of course, I don't know the whole picture with Adobe. Adobe's a big company, but they make a ton of different programs. A subscription system makes sense for them, in my opinion, because it means that they can continue developing more softwares and people can pay for the whole suite and just like get everything. Subscription's too expensive for the product. I feel like that's subjective. For you, it might be.
They won't forget that.
Yeah, wave 350 and still cooking. I am scared though. If I take one random ass hit, it's all over. Into wave 500, I think, would be a good goal. Any further, I'm gonna get bored. We're hitting 23,000 ward too. It is nuts. Oh, this is accidentally good at arena farming too, apparently.
Easy. Too easy.
Yeah, and it's okay to not like a company and therefore not support them. Everyone's got their own opinion, right? I'm just expressing my opinion.
That was close.
You are more than validated to have that opinion. But I personally couldn't live without Photoshop. I use that software every day. Holy. Almost got toasted right at the start there.
Might have to drop something.
Yep, YouTube Premium's pretty cool. What's cool is a lot of animes coming to Netflix lately. Like I started watching Demon Slayer just not too long ago. Or Demon Hunter. Demon Slayer, Demon Hunter. One of the two. I can't remember the name. Not too long ago. I've only seen a couple of episodes, but it's pretty good. I'm not much of an anime watcher though. Watch it here and there, but it's not my go-to.
Easy. Too easy.
Yeah, I mean, if I own Photoshop, I can feasibly make infinite amounts of pictures as well, right? It's all about use case. If you're only using Photoshop for, you know, a handful of D&D characters here and there and just like, you know, casual stuff, then it makes sense that the subscription's obviously not worth it. There's also alternatives. The same thing with like Hulu and Netflix. If you don't want to support Netflix, you can get Hulu. If the shows that you like are more on a different streaming service, then you get that streaming service instead. It's all thoughts, opinions, and preference and use case. Yeah, Visual Studios, the that's for programming, right? It's like a yeah, it's like a program that allows you to code all in one kind of conjoined area. Yeah. Yeah, well, it helps being the fact that they're Microsoft, right? It's only the #1 highest net worth company in the world. Adobe doesn't have hardware to fall back on, you know, to like carry them financially. There's versions of Visual Studio that are completely free. You don't even have to pay for it. As large as Microsoft? Microsoft has Windows, Xbox. It owns Minecraft. It owns multiple game studios. It owns some of the most used programs of all time. Compared that to Adobe, the company with video editing and photo editing software, I wouldn't consider them to be the same by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, of course, Adobe Air is useful, but again, there's competitors to that. The only competitor to Microsoft really is like Apple, right? When it comes to hardware development, at least. And even that's not really that competitive. At least from the computer standpoint. Yeah, well, let's not talk about stock. Let's talk about net worth. Okay, Microsoft's net worth is $3.13 trillion. Okay, Microsoft's net worth is $3.13 trillion. Adobe's is $226 billion. So it's about 15 times less worth than Microsoft is. I wouldn't put those together. And we died. I knew that was going to happen. I was feeling it. Well, that was pretty good. Good run. Got an exsanguinous out of it. That's my point. You said Adobe is as large as Microsoft, and now you're saying Microsoft is also 10 times larger than Adobe. How are those? How did you just say both of those sentences? Adobe is as large as Microsoft. 10 minutes later, not even, Microsoft is also 10 times larger than Adobe. I think you're backpedaling.
The best defense is an impenetrable one.
Gloves
It's probably worthless. Just gonna 100k on that. 100 on that. Okay. I'm going to end the stream here. I want to open up this box. I've got some other stuff I want to take care of today. So sorry for the early stream end, but thanks for hanging out today. I appreciate it. I will probably be around tomorrow. Probably. Should be. Anyways, y'all have a good one. Thanks.